Okay, we are going to make an all over print in CLO. Let's see what version we are. 2025.2. And to get started, you should have some PNG files of some clip art with clear backgrounds ready to go and kind of an idea of a print that you'd like, also an idea of a color story as well. And then go ahead and open up a garment to do this in. Right now I have muslin fabric. So to add the print, you're going to click on your fabric. So you'll need your object browser window open. And once I click on my fabric, then there's 3 dots and I can choose add print. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So right now I have 2 PNG files I'm gonna work with. So I'm gonna click this first one. Okay, and they open up my little hibiscus flower and they tiled it for me. However, I wanna make a more controlled, unique print, not just a basic tile. So to do that, you want to make sure your print is selected, not your fabric. See how the things change in the property editor depending on what's selected. So it's important to have print selected. And then under our base color map, you can see there's my little print. And what we're going to do, we're going to go over to the 3 little dots. We're going to click that. And we are going to say open the texture editor. And this is going to give us the ability to make a unique print. Okay, so right now we have the one object. I'm actually going to select it. And once I select it, guess what? A whole nother menu of options shows up. So I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. I actually don't need to look at my property editor right now or my object browser. And I can even make this window longer and this window longer because things do get cut off in this guy. Is anything cut off? Maybe it's okay right now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, let's see here. I'm going to say tile off because I want to manually do the tile. And now you can notice you can move this over, but it gets cut off. So right underneath tile, there is extend to other side. I love having that on. And so now it automatically adds my artwork to the bottom of my little tile if it gets cut off on the top. So that's what I need. And then let's go ahead, change the color. So I'm gonna have to say switch color. I'm gonna turn that on. It says number of colors. I really only have 1 color, so I'll start with 1. And I'm gonna substitute this black color. I'm gonna click it. Let's kind of scooch this out of the way. And maybe I'll do some sort of shade of red, perhaps. That looks good to me. You obviously have this color picker. Even if you know the exact number, you can type it in there. And when you're done, you say apply and close. Okay, I can actually make this guy bigger as well with this little arrow here, or smaller, and you can also rotate it as well to your liking. Maybe I'll make it a little smaller because I'm going to add some more stuff. Okay. Now I'm looking at it, it is a pretty small repeat. I think for my design, I would prefer it to be a larger repeat. So before I finish designing in this, I'm gonna change it to be a little bit bigger on the dress. So that means I'm gonna open up my object browser and my property editor again. And I'm in print and I'm gonna scroll down. Actually, I guess I need to be in fabric. There we go. I clicked my muslin. And I'm going to scroll down, and under the base color map, it has transformation. And so you just type in a bigger number and it should automatically match it. Oh, you know what? I think right now I have to say apply. I'll say apply and close for right now. And now let's go back to change the size. There you go. Maybe I want it even really big. Well, that might be too big of a repeat. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my texture editor and do a little bit more work here. Okay, so I'm going to click asset 3, kind of move it around, and I'm going to add another one. So I think I'll just say copy would be easiest, and it copied all of the same little boxes that I checked already. And yeah, maybe I leave it the same size, maybe I make it a little bigger. I'm not exactly sure. This is for you to decide as a designer. I could leave it the same color, or of course I can, change the color as well. Okay, you can also add another flower or another asset and whatever art you like. And so when I do that, again, I'm going to go ahead, turn off that repeat. Oh, it is off already. Great. I'm going to turn on the extend to the other side though, because we like that a lot. And then again, I could decide how big I want it. I can rotate it. Let's give it a new color. Oops. Color switch on. Oh, I'm going to close my object browser to give my window a little bit more room here. Scooch this over. There we are. Number, I guess again, this is only really one color, so I'll say that, change the black. Maybe I'll do a shade of red or pink or something. Okay. Great, so I can make him bigger if I like. Maybe I like it smaller. I don't know, maybe I don't mind it so big. There we go. And then maybe I just want to copy that guy again. So copy. I got another one. Maybe I'll copy it again. Kind of get these all over the place. So you get the idea. So you kind of keep working here until you like your print. You can always go back to another one to make changes to it over here. And that's really how you're going to make your all over print repeat for your fabric. Okay, so to save your final repeat, once you're done with it and you love it, you actually want to send it out to get printed. You can choose, you want to make sure the texture editor is open. So again, you would click this under your print selection if it's not open already, and then you can do save images, and instead of saving them all individually, you can do save merged. And then you'll say, okay, and that will give you your final image. Decide where you want to save it. Okay, let's see if that worked. There you go. That's my finished repeat tile that I could send out for printing. Okay, good luck.